Okay, so today we're going to talk about a book I introduced in the last video, which is Jules Verne's Lighthouse. I have not read the book off of which this is supposedly draws themes or whatnot, so I can't speak with reference to that in terms of the source material. Not bad, honestly. Maybe a little girl powery, but not abusive. I'm okay with that. So here's the opening sequence. Let me see if I can show this without too much. So I'll scan down top to bottom. The panels seem nicely laid out. I like the lettering. Art's good. I like the coloring. Interesting read. I'm just going to flip through a couple of the pages here. So as you can see on this opposing panel, she's got a little bit of the infamous, she's got the Tila cut, or whatever you want to call it, an interesting haircut, whatever. She appears to be suffering from PTSD as part of the storyline. She was, you'll find out later in the book that she was involved in a war called the Seraphim Wars, where there was, use of mechs and what do you call it? Bio-warfare and whatnot. Things, bad stuff. It kind of reminds me of what's the Day After Tomorrow, where they have that chick who's the she has that exoskeleton suit. Not a big Tom Cruise guy. I like some of the stuff, and I thought that was a pretty fair movie. But she kind of reminds me of that chick, which is she was called the was it the Butcher of Verdun? I think I have to go back. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, to be honest. But we'll flip through. And there are other characters in here. Here's a scene where they encounter some space pirates, and this is all based in space, actually. Like I said, I've not read the original book by Jules Verne, The Lighthouse. I suspect it's probably actually based on the sea. It's possibly not in space. I'll have to get back to you on that. But again, panels are nicely laid out. It's an easy read. It was an interesting story. I enjoyed reading it. I don't have any major complaints. I mean, the artwork is pretty consistent throughout the book. I didn't see any major problems with the artwork. Let me see if I can have one. Here's a nice one where they have the mech suits. And I'm trying not necessarily to get my face in the camera. It's more so that I can see what's getting captured, that you guys can see everything. So I thought that was neat. This is inside the cargo hold of a mostly destroyed ship, which this character right here, this lady right here, Dr. Davis, she's I think it's a mechanical engineer. I think is what she introduces herself. And then this is the gal next to her with the interesting haircut is Vasquez. You find out later she is the what was it? It was the, what did he call her? And this is why it really reminded me of the Day After Tomorrow. Right here. As he calls her, right here. Here, hopefully you can see this. Right here in this panel with where my index finger's at, he calls her the Butcher of Kalar. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm assuming it's Kalar. Not sure. And then I can show you the end, because the end is it's somewhat anticlimactic. Honestly, I would say that the panel that I just showed you, this one right here, I'd call this the end of the book. honestly, because this ends on a peak, because you kind of like, okay, where is this going to go? You don't know. And then this is sort of like a kind of like a hook. It's like, so you want to read the, like you'd want to read the next book. So this is a flashback scene. Sorry, I'm trying to fight the steering wheel because of course, obviously, I'm in my car. This is a flashback scene to the Seraphim Wars in Calais. So yeah, not bad. I picked it up at my local comic book shop. Spent like $5 on it. It's worth $5. I think so. I'll probably go and pick up the first issue and the third issue because both those are out. I'm not sure. This is okay. So this is issue 2 actually, and then they have 2 covers here for. And I'm not like a huge fan of variant covers, but they have 2 covers for. Excuse me, issue 3. I really like this one. I mean, in my opinion, they're both good. I really like the look of this one. I like the reflections, and I've always been like big into like robots and mech warriors, so I've been a big fan of things like Robot Jocks and Rock'em Sock'em Robots, which is an old toy from back in the day. Pacific Rim. There was a show in the, or not a show, a movie back in the late 80s or early 90s about robot competitions where people manned them. They were mech warriors. I can't remember the name of it. Wasn't called Robot Wars. I forget what it is. It's been a long time since I've seen it. It was a good movie. But no, if you're kind of into sci-fi and stuff, and Jules Verne, like I said, I don't know how closely this relates to the book that it's, you know, influenced by, but I don't know, not bad for $5. Nice, decent read, nothing overpowering. They just kind of seem to stick to art and storytelling. Is it a great story? It's hard to say. I mean, I'm starting in the middle because they're only at issue 3, I think, maybe 4, and I started in the middle. I just like the cover of this one. If I'm taking a risk, I'll pick the one with the best cover. That's why I picked up issue 2 instead of issue 1. So I'll probably go back for the other ones, but I was going to talk about something else. No, I'll leave it for the next video, but just want to thank everybody for your continued support, everybody who's come out and watched the videos and commented and liked and subscribed. We are at 70 subscribers right now. We were at 71, but I think one dropped off of because of YouTube being YouTube. So if you could do me a huge favor, please like the videos if you like them, subscribe to the channel if you like the comment. Feel free to leave me comments. I'm usually pretty good about getting back to them, and we will see you in the next video. Until then, happy reading.